Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel here. We're out at Pluck Farm Disc Golf Course. I believe it's technically, maybe this is Saxbahaw. I'm not sure exactly what town this is in, but it is down Highway 54, just before you get to Carborough. It's north of Carborough. And this is a pretty cool course, and I wanted to kind of show it on the channel. They have this really neat course diagram in the old NES Mario Golf style. It's really cool, and they also have a 3 or 4 hole starter holes where you can kind of get a warm up before you actually start playing the course, or you can just make it a 22 hole course if you wanted to do that as well. So I'm gonna do the starter holes just to get a warm up, so I can show you all the holes out here. But once you start coming down the path, hole A, which is the first starter hole, is just the very first pad you come to. Pretty short hole. I'm throwing my Cast-A-Plast bag today, and I do have some things to show you here. Disc Dies by Melissa did 2 discs for me. This is a Reco that they did, which is absolutely gorgeous. Love this this die on the disc, and they also did a spin die to match the colors on the rim here. And my favorite is a Nord that they did, and this was a white disc, so they did all yellow around the outside, and then they put in the blue and green flower pattern in the middle with the spin die around the undercarriage rim. Absolutely beautiful discs. So I appreciate them doing that for me. But hole 1 here is 147 feet, and let me show you this. They have these T signs on each hole, which is very nice. You can see here, 147 feet straight down the pipe. And this is a hanging basket. So like I said, as always, straight out of the car, no stretching, no nothing, which is probably not a good idea for someone in their mid-40s. I'm starting to have some trouble with my left shoulder, my left arm. It is feeling a little bit better today, but 2 days ago I could barely move it. I don't know what I did, but that's just, once you get into your mid-40s, things just break and you have no idea why. But let's see here. I'm gonna take the Reco and just try to throw this right down the middle. Nope, bad shot. So I'm gonna take PA5, same thing. There we go. I made sure to hit the gap. I put a lot of hyzer on it just to make sure I hit my line. I have a really difficult time hitting lines on any kind of flat or anhyzer shot. I don't know why, but I can hit a line on a hyzer. It's just going left. I'm gonna play the first one. Let's see here. I actually would like to have my PA5 for this upshot, but remember, these first few holes are just practice holes. They're just warm-up holes. Ooh, oh. I thought I made it past that tree for a second. I can still par it. And this course is at a brewery. So when you come in here, you drive past the brewery where you can stop in and get some drinks, or I think they might have some light food in there, some light things. And sometimes, or a lot of times, I'll have a food truck out here as well. So just in case you ever want to stop by and check out the brewery, it is here as well. There's all sorts of stuff here on this property. And there's our par. See, that's how you make it easy out here. Just get 2 shots, toss it up to about 60 feet, and make your putt. I mean, simple. Disc golf is the most simple game in the world. All right. hole B. ...180-foot little hyzer shot. I'm going to take the Recco again. And just try to throw it down that line. There it goes, fight in. And we're right next to the basket, hopefully. Probably should have thrown the Recco X to make sure I got the stability on it at the very end, but it's fine. And this course is cart friendly for the most part. You'll see as we go through, but from my recollection, I've only played it like 3 times before, but I want to say it's like 90 to 95% cart friendly. But we'll see as we go through. Like I say, I'm just trying to recall from memory. And I think this basket shares hole 17. So I think this is hole 17's basket from a different pad. Very different hole from the 17 pad. All right, so I got a birdie opportunity here on the practice hole. Of course, these are not going to count towards my score. I'm not playing it as a 22 hole, I'm playing it as 18. And these are just my warm-ups. All right, nice. 1 down through the practice holes. I believe there's 1 or 2 more left. I can't remember exactly which one D is. All right. So yeah, this is the path for practice hole C or hole 18's tee pad. You see this tree we're coming up to, this is 18. 18's pad goes to the right. And hole C's pad is right here. Just 125-foot little putter shot. So I'm gonna take a PA5 and try to throw it straight at it. Get right, get right, get right. Ah, blasted it. Oh, nice. They had a good root. That might be a birdie. I kind of blasted that one past the basket. I'm lucky I hit that root. I'd have been probably 60 feet past it. I was hoping for a little bit more flip over with that PA5, but it was just going straight as an arrow, which is good. That's very good. You can't be upset with that. That you throw a disc straight. Alright, it is a bit chilly out here right now. It's probably about 46 to 47 degrees. It's supposed to get up to close to 60 today, if not into the 60s. But we'll see about that. We'll see if we actually get there. Alrighty. 2 down through 3 practice holes. Yeah, I think this is it. I mean, I think there is a D practice hole, but once you get to C, hole 1 is right next to it. So I'm just gonna move on to hole number 1. So if you're playing the 22 hole layout, you know, you can move on to D. But since I'm doing practice holes, I'm just doing A, B, and C. Oh, nice. They put bridges in down here. I don't remember if these were here the last time I was here, but they probably were. I just don't remember. There is some wetland out here, so just be aware of that. Hole number 1. They do have decent tee pads out here. They all have this kind of artificial carpet, outdoor carpet. Alrighty. Hole 1, 223-foot par 3, straight shot, but it is heavily wooded. Heavily wooded. 223. I'm gonna take the Cax. Oh nope, that's the Yota. I want the Cax. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it down the middle and hope I get through the trees. Woo, good kick. Yes. I am basket high. Putting for birdie. Hopefully circle's edge, maybe just outside circle. But I made it through the gap. Yeah, hole 1, 100% cart friendly. Getting here, there was a little, a few roots. And when I say carts, I'm talking about push carts. I use push carts. I do have a MVP Rover pull cart, but I avoid using it. I feel like the pull carts hurt my shoulders. And that's maybe one reason why my left shoulder was hurting, because I did use the pull cart recently, and for me, they hurt my shoulders when I'm pulling, especially on these really hilly courses in central North Carolina. It can be rough. I like push carts better. And if I have to carry a bag, I'll do my Upper Park Rebel. I think the Rebel? No. Shift. The Upper Park Shift bag. And only carry like 10 discs. It's very light if I have to carry. That was perfect. That was dead center chains, just high band. Oh, nope, right there. All right, so we are even through 1. Now we're gonna move on to hole 2. Hang on my wheel there, just had to clear. All right, hole 2, 213-foot par 3. I think most of these holes are par 3s. There might be 1 or 2 par 4s out here. This is a big hyzer shot. I'm gonna throw that Nord. Alrighty. And the biggest thing here is hitting the first gap. If I can get up the gap, I'll be fine. And then I want it to hyzer back at the very end, so there it is. Oh, man, I needed about 8 more feet of push. I needed, about 8 more feet of forward push before it hyzered. But I was gonna hit that line. I was gonna hit that hyzer line, but unfortunately I hit the tree. But it's fine. And the good thing about all the signs that are out here, you can see baskets all through these trees, especially during the winter. So if you've never been here, it can be difficult to know which basket you're going to, but the signs are so good on the tee pads that you can really get a good idea of where you're supposed to be going, at least. Yeah, I caught this tree right in front of me. Man, I needed a little bit more push. Alrighty, so I could do something straight at it or try to flex up and around. I think I'm gonna do that. Or do I want a backhand? I think the flex might be better. Just a big flex forehand. Get to it. Okay. Circle's edge putt to save par. big old trees down back here. All right. How close did I get? And I'm not hitting roots, by the way, that's stopping the cart. I'm hitting big limbs that have fallen. So it's not roots, it's limbs that can be cleared up to make it even better for push carts. All right, par through 2. And also out here, there's not a huge amount of elevation change. It's fairly flat for the most part. Little bits of elevation change here and there, but it's not like a regulator. It's not like Wellspring, which Wellspring is super short, but it's extremely hilly. This course is much better than that. So, hole 3. When I say better than that, I'm talking about elevation-wise. 255-foot par 3, big hyzer. You just got to get through this first gap. 255. I'm gonna throw the E-Dug because I'm trying to hit that gap and still push. Hit the gap and I'll skip. All right. All I wanted was to hit the gap. I wasn't caring about making it to the basket. I wanted something that would push down that right side and then just kind of lay out to the left. So I think I'm going to be just fine. Looks like there is somebody else out here playing. Alrighty, I see it. Wasn't 100% sure how far I got, but yeah, I think this hole plays longer than 255 because I feel like I threw that at least like 230. I'm still a long ways out. I think this might play closer to 300. And I am in jail. This is jail right here. Alright, so I'm going to try a yarn on a forehand roller just to try to get it as close as I can. Now stop. A little bit too far. But you know what? I got to the basket. My goal was to get it to the basket, and I did. I got it past the basket. Trying to stay even. This was a good shot. I mean, this is the putt I should make. Get up, just low. Perfect height, or I mean perfect line. Yeah. All right, 1 over through 3. I'm just very surprised about that tee shot. I want to see something. Give me my rangefinder. See if I can shoot back to the tee pad. Let me go to that tree. Really? Yeah, I mean, it says it's 250. But I could have sworn I threw it way more power than how far it went. But maybe I hit something late and just didn't see it. I don't know. That didn't feel right as far as how the throw was and how far it went. Oh well, I'm 1 over through 3. All right, hole 4. Oh, this is an interesting one. And I think this has a different pad, maybe a short pad for people. But I'm playing back here. 310 foot par 3, left to right. I'm gonna throw a forehand for sure. I'm gonna take the Malm and try to throw this on a forehand. Let's see here. Just hit the line. Just hit the line. That felt so good out of the hand, I just threw it down. I'm gonna throw a stall. Try that again. Same thing, just straight into the ground. I feel like I'm getting a great flick on it. It's just straight down. I need a lot of work on my forehands. Especially my distance forehands. Alright, I'm gonna play this Malm, the first one. Just because I'm throwing 2 doesn't mean I get special treatment. There's nothing through there. Alright, so I'm going to try floaty thumber just straight up the middle and see if I can get through. I got one tree I got to beat. And I did not beat it. It's forward though. This course can be tricky if you get off the fairway. Alright, where did my stall go? I see it. Almost as far as the Malm one too. If I've got a gap here, I might can get out. I'm thinking a Nord on a turnover backhand. Oh, maybe not. All right, we'll see. I just got to beat that tree on the right. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take that. I'm pin high. This might be double bogey, but I have a chance to save the bogey. You know, I probably should have thrown that shot with a Stig. Instead, I went too stable. I think the Stig on that would have come back well, but the Stig might have come back and hit a tree as it turned over along that line. So we'll see here. This is a putt. This is circle 2. I'm in these giant oh my god. These are the biggest thorns I've ever seen. And I threw right into it. Good gosh. I mean, this looks like somebody intentionally planted this thing out here. I'm gonna bring the cart closer here in a second. I'm just tossing this up to the basket. Oh, geez. Hope those aren't poisonous, venomous. I mean, they are sticking me like crazy. Wait till you see these thorns. And that bush is nowhere else out here that I can see. I mean, there's nothing else like it. So it's like somebody had to, they had to plant it there. All right, let's go check that thing out. You got to see it. That's a double bogey, by the way, so I'm gonna be 3 over through 4. Look at that, if you can see it. I mean, the thorns on that. That is crazy. I mean, those things are, that one's at least 3 to 4 inches long. 3.5. Holy moly, that is. Like, I've seen thorns. It looks like if you asked someone to draw an anime thorn bush, that's what they would draw. And it is a perfect shade of green. Like, it doesn't look real. It looks like a fake thorn bush. It's like, draw me a fake cartoon thorn bush. And that's what you would draw. And it's just by itself in the middle of the woods. Nothing, I mean, there's nothing else like it. I don't see it anywhere else, anything like that. And I put my disc right in the middle of it. Right at the base of it. It's like somebody said, hey, you know what? He's coming out here to do a walkthrough, and this is exactly where he's going to put a disc. That's a really tough hole, hole 4, because it's a very narrow left to right hole. Like, you either have to have a perfect turnover backhand disc that goes 300 feet on a rope, or just a beautiful forehand, which I have neither of those shots. Which you would think I would be a great forehand player, because I was a big tennis player back in my youth. However, I was a lefty. I had a lefty forehand and backhand for the tennis racket. But my left arm and shoulder has given me problems for a long time. Probably part of that comes from all the tennis. But and that's why I throw right-handed, is because it's the only way I can actually throw and play, you know, more than one round. I can do like 4 holes with a lefty, and then my arm is dead. All right, hole 5, 349-foot par 3. It's just a big hyzer. It's a banana hole. You want to push way deep, probably 200 feet deep, and then you want it to come back another 150 feet to the left. This is just a long pushing hole. I'm gonna throw the Malm. What disc is in the back? What is this? Oh, okay. I don't know putting this in here, but then I did. All right, so I'm gonna throw the Malm on this. I just want to get it down the middle and have it finish at the end. Oh yeah, get left now. Okay. Perfect. That is perfect. Hopefully that's how you play the hole for an easy par. You know, if you don't have 350 in distance. Like, my max distance is like 315, 320. And that's if everything aligns. So that was probably about 270, 280. And I'm gonna have right at 100 feet, just inside 100 feet. I didn't quite get inside as much as I needed to. I needed that to cut in more. So I kind of pushed a little too straight. Which, believe me, I'll take that any day. With a 10 speed with a 0.3 on the end of it. Alright, yeah, I'm like 100 feet out. Okay, this shouldn't be difficult. Should be just a flick, approach forehand with a yarn. Alrighty. Just get it there. There we go. Get over it. Perfect. That should be under the basket. Should be under the basket. Assuming I didn't have any shenanigans happen. After it got over that log, I couldn't see. Telemarketers out here getting all sneaky with their local area codes calling you. Look at that, right under the basket, just like I said. Alrighty, made that one an easy par, luckily. And this is a lowered basket. You can see it's very low to the ground, so just be aware of that when you're throwing into it. And know that it is not a standard height basket. All right, so hole 5, I'm gonna turn around and go, I'm sorry, hole 6. We're gonna turn around and go back down here. This is one I've struggled with in the past, but we'll see what we can do today. And it's not that difficult of a hole. It's just, it's a snaking shot, and you just have to miss the trees. Like, it's only 240 feet, but you got trees lining the fairway, and you really have to hit that line perfectly. So 240. I feel like it really is a forehand shot. I'm gonna take the stall. .9403, basically like a Firebird. And I just gotta hit that line. It's all about that line. Nope, I'm inside, but I might get lucky. I got extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. I threw that inside and missed everything. Whoops. I started off on the line I needed. It just held that turn longer than I expected, so I went on the inside gap, which is here. There is an inside gap. It's just you gotta be lucky, and I was very lucky because it's a skinnier gap. But I hit it. I'm walking you down the normal fairway, so you need to hit a flex line that gets to this point right here, and then it dumps out to the right. I just missed that line and came to the inside gap, and so I came up this line and dumped right here. Sorry if you are getting seasick here with the camera, but unfortunately the line I took, we had to go down the rough, which is not cart friendly. All right, let's see if I can get back to 2 over here. Got it. Oh, don't got it. Dang it, that was so close. That was so close. Looks like they've had quite a few trees come down, but they came down just right, or they came down and they cleared them out. You know, they moved them off the fairways. But I'm gonna take a par on 6, and we are still 3 over through 6. I've had one bogey, one double bogey, and 3 pars. Beautiful course. It really is a beautiful course. It's a fun course. Most of the holes are semi-fair. I say most of the holes are fair. There's some that are semi-fair. I haven't found one yet that I was just like, this is just a ridiculous hole. But that one is, you just have to be perfect on that forehand. All right, hole 7. 252 foot par 3, 2 lines. This is a, I would call this an avocado hole. I say avocado hole because if you look at the T sign here, it looks like an avocado. You got a line down the right side, a line down the left side, and all rough and fair and trees in the middle. Where that middle part is the pit. All right. I'm gonna throw the backhand. I think the forehand, no. Ooh, that's a wide forehand gap. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the backhand. I'm gonna throw the E-Dog again. K1 grind plastic. And I just need to go up that gap right there. Just hit that gap. Nope, threw it low. That's fine. I just missed the gap, but you know what? I'm gonna throw the cacks. I'm gonna throw the cacks. I'm gonna throw a full power cacks. Full power for me, you know, 17 octane, not a lot. It got sneaky. It got through, but it was sneaky gap. And that's the thing, is I threw the full power and I got there, but I missed my line. Like, I was extremely lucky that I got through what I did, because I was right at the line I wanted. I had to go through this little teeny gap, which I just got very lucky to get through, but I got through it. And because of that, I got almost pin high. Like, you know, with the K1 grind, I missed my height. I threw it low, but I hit the line. Like, that's the difference, right? Is I threw it like 60-70% power, but I hit my line. I just threw it way low. And you can see, I mean, even though I missed it, I'm almost to the basket. I mean, I'm like, let me see. If I had to guess here, I'd say like 80 feet. See how bad my 98 feet. Okay, so I'm right at 100 feet. Still not bad. I'm gonna take the yarn, little forehand flick at the basket. Just a little forehand flick right to the basket. Horrible shot, James. Horrible shot. It's just a little forehand flick, you dummy. That works when you actually flick it at the basket instead of to the right of the basket with a super stable disc. That was just a miss. Ooh, about slipped there. That was just a misfire. But the cax is way up here, circle's edge. Yeah, I mean, the cax got all the way to the basket. I mean, here I am for birdie. And that's just almost made it and didn't even try. But I got super lucky with that drive. So now I'm just trying to save a par here. All right, give me my par. Still 3 over. That's right, I missed my birdie putt back on 6. For some reason I thought I got back to 2 over, but that was if I hit that putt, which I did not. All right, so now to hole 8. 3 over through 7. Like I said, this is not a hard course. You just really need to hit your lines and you'll be fine. All right, hole 8, 251 foot, par 3. This is just, it's just straight pretty much. You know what? I'm gonna throw the Stig. And I think the goal is going to be to get it down that right gap. Let me clear this out of here. Can I hit it? There we go. Right side. And I hit a tree, but good kick. Alrighty, that's going to be right at circle's edge, maybe just outside circle. But that was a good shot. Really like that shot. But yeah, it was going down that right side. Fortunately caught this one tree just on the edge. Thought I was going to be right here. Oh, there I am. All right. Hiding in the leaves. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to take the Reco X. I got a nice little gap right there. Just throw it down the middle of the gap and let the Reco X stability do its thing. A little too stable. Buzz to tap in. And when I say a little too stable, I'm not talking about, the disc is too stable. I'm not saying the disc has a problem. I'm saying how I threw the disc. The disc is too stable for the way I threw it. I meant that should have been thrown a little bit more to the right, so that when it did crash in, it was crashing in at the basket instead of away from the basket. So if I say too stable, I'm not talking about the disc being too stable. I'm talking about the flight of the disc for the way what line I chose to put it on. I chose the wrong line. I chose too understable of a line for the disc that I threw. All right, 3 over through 8. Now for hole 9. Hole 9 is a hole out here that, at least in the community, I hear the most, I don't want to say complaints, but the most discussion about, and you'll see why. This is a 354 foot par 3. It is downhill, however, it is extremely wooded. Me personally, I've only seen one birdie out here on this hole ever, and that person got pretty lucky with it. It fought through all the trees and landed next to the basket. And so that was, and I think they're a lefty. I think. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. Maybe not. Maybe they're a righty. But yeah, they went down this wide gap here, and I mean, it went way wide, way deep, and cut back in. And it was in the spring, summer when this is all overgrown. And like I say, it was just lucky. Most people think this should be a par 4. The discussion. Most of the comments I've seen about this hole is that, you know, as far as critiquing, is that it should be a par 4, not because of the distance, because it is 354 downhill, but because of how wooded it is and how difficult it is to get it anywhere near the basket off the tee. So most people think that critique it, not most people, because most people could think it's fine as a par 3. Most of the critiques are that it should be a par 4, from what I've seen. All right, so what am I gonna do though? You know what? I'm gonna do the Stig again, and I'm gonna see if I can get it started on a turnover angle. Nope, hit that tree. All right, I'm gonna throw a second disc, a forehand. I'm gonna throw the Malm on the forehand. There it is, oh my gosh. Wow, that was smoked. I just smoked that forehand. Like I say, my forehand is awful. And when I say that, I'm not meaning I can't throw them. I'm meaning that my consistency is horrible. Because when I throw them right, I mean, I think I would outthrow my backhand by probably 100 feet when I throw my forehand correctly, but it's very rare I throw it correctly. But when I do, I smoke it like that. Alrighty, so I'm still way back here. Alright, I'm gonna throw the yarn on the forehand and just try to get it down there somewhere. Because there's no backhand shot here. There's none. There's so many trees, and this is the problem. You're gonna see all these trees as I get closer, but the closer you get to the basket, there's 1,000 trees. It's crazy how protected this basket is to be a par 3. What I'm saying is I agree with the critiques. I think this should be a par 4. Unless they take some trees out. If some trees come out, so you actually have a line, yes, okay. There we go, now get right, here it comes. Perfect. Perfect. That was just a lucky shot. But it worked. Like, you almost have to really throw to blast it past the basket. Like, it's 354 downhill, but you kind of got to throw it like you're throwing a forehand 400 feet and get it way down into these woods behind the basket, and then have it kind of hyzer back in, almost like you're throwing a boomerang just about, to actually have a line. Where did my Malm? Oh, I see it. So even that Malm that I threw on that forehand, which was pretty much a perfect forehand. I mean, it was right down the middle of the fairway. It's still back here. I mean, there's still no chance at a birdie, even though I absolutely crushed that forehand, because it caught one of these crazy guardian trees. I mean, look at what's surrounding these trees. Like, this is the line to the basket. Do you see a line? There's one, and it's about 12 feet wide, maybe. So, you know, that's what we're talking about. Or you could just say, you know what? It's a par 3. It is what it is. You know, you're most likely just going to bogey it, unless you get, and maybe not even most likely. You're most likely going to par it, is what I should say. It's going to have a very low birdie opportunity. So it could just be one of those where you look at in a tournament, it scores at the end of the day, and this is going to be one of those holes. It's a par 3 that averaged 3.2. You know, something like that, 3.3. Most people bogey or parred it with the rest being bogeys. Like, you know, I played a couple tournaments. Like I said, I think I've played this course 3 times. Leagues. I don't think I did a tournament. I might have done one tournament out here. And I've only seen one person birdie it, like on the card. So I know it's been done more than that, but I've personally seen it once. There we go. All right, 3 over through 9. On to hole 10, which is probably one of my personal favorite holes out here. It's a water shot, or kind of a water shot. And I wonder if it still is covered up off the tee. It's one of those where like you just got to beat the gap off the tee box and throw something stable enough to get back left and hope you don't hit a tree and kick into the water. Alrighty, so starting the back 9, 227-foot par 3. Oh yeah, looks good, just hit the line. 227, I'm gonna throw the cacks. Probably too much disc, but that's fine. Just hit that gap. Nope, inside. Way deep. Pin high, but just way left. Pin high, way left. I want to see, I'm gonna throw the Reco X just for fun. That's it. Reco X was the play. Perfect. Inside circle 1. I figured I was going too much disc with that cax, but I was wanting to make sure I got it there, and I did. In spades. All right. So like I say, off that tee pad, it's just a straight hyzer shot. You just want it to go straight for most of the hole and then fade out left of the basket. The main miss is if you go too far right and you hit it one of those trees and kick it into the water. That's the biggest miss on that hole. All right, let's see here. See if we can somehow get a long birdie putt. Oh, it's too high. Hey. All right. Wow, that one skipped way further than I wanted it to. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Still 3 over through 10. All right, hole 11. This is a fun little hole. It's a tricky one. It's very short, but it's tricky. You got trees all around the basket and a little tunnel you got to hit, and then water all off to the right. So let's see here. Hopefully you can see that. 186 feet. I'm just going to throw a Reco. There we go. Get past that tree. Perfect. That should be under the basket. Alrighty. So, you can probably tell, since I haven't been complaining about it at all, that this course is nice and cart friendly. Because I haven't complained about it once. Unlike Hank Anderson, which is a fun course, but it is not cart friendly. Okay. I said under the basket. It came up a little short. I must have hit these pine cones and just stopped it. But I thought for sure once I got over this ridge, it was just going to funnel to the basket. All right. This is the one, do I run it or do I just lay it up? We're gonna run it. That's why we run it. Alrighty. 2 over through 11. We're back in the right direction. This is a pretty cool basket though, I'll show you. It's kind of cemented into these rocks here, this natural rock formation, elevated. Pretty cool basket. Pretty cool position, I like it. Alrighty, hole 12. So this is going to be about hitting in the line, which, I mean, I guess that might be a dumb thing to say. Every shot's about hitting the line, right? Every throw in disc golf is about hitting the line. Hole 12, 257-foot par 3. Soft hyzer. Just throw it straight and let it hyzer in. I'm going to throw the cacks. That's not the cacks. That is the Lutz, which is a great disc, but probably too much for this hole. A little bit of a headwind. Maybe I should throw the Lutz, but I'm going to live on the edge, right? Right down the middle. There we go. Get through that. Get through it. Oh, it died a little early from what it looked like. I thought it was going to make it to that little gap, but it's fine. I threw that way too low. I still got good distance even though I threw it straight down. So I'm still circle's edge, I think. It's just, I threw it too low. Oh, they put a shorter pad here, maybe kid's pad. Yeah, that's cool. It looks like they put a couple of shorter pads on some of these holes. All right. Uphill putt for birdie. Can we get to 1 over? Just give it the power to get there. Get it. Oh, good putt. Good putt. Nothing to be ashamed of there. Oh, come on. It's only when you get slightly off the fairway that you might run into any push cart issues. And like I say, those are mostly just fallen branches that are kind of under the pine straw that you don't see, that you just run into. So definitely be, don't have any concerns. If you come out here with a push cart, bring it, you'll be fine. You know, I'm only bringing it in here because I got the camera on the cart, but really you could just leave it in the fairway and just walk over to your discs and you won't have any problems at all. All right. So hole 13, 224-foot par 3. This is a left to right drifting. Basket's over here. Very hard right. So is this a skip forehand, or is this a nice turnover flex shot? 224. I'm gonna throw the PA5 and try to get it on a turnover line. These pads are really nice, by the way, out here. They have very nice pads. So do not fear about coming out here and having any issues with footing on the pads. If it's really wet, maybe. I don't know how these are when they're wet, but when it's dry, it's nice. They're flat. Hold it. Oh yes, that's perfect. It's not near the basket, but it's dead center fairway, and it rode the line. So it's perfect. I'll tell you this, I'm not gonna bogey the hole. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, I mean, I'm circle's edge, just outside circle. Putt for birdie. You know, I say that, but hold on. Most people, or I won't say most people, a lot of people really mismanage the distance of circle. So I say I'm circle's edge, but you know what? I think I'm probably deep in circle 2. So let's see. How far outside of 33 feet am I? 60 feet. I'm almost double circle's edge. And I'm like, am I outside the circle? Yeah, dude. You're way outside the circle. Alrighty. Two in a row now. I've missed just slightly left. So maybe at that distance, 60 feet, I need to put it just a little bit more to the right of the basket. Instead of putting it directly at the middle chains, just go right cage and see if it doesn't drift into the basket or fade into the basket. 2 over through, what is this, 13? There's no number on it. I think that was 13. I don't know anymore. I can tell you on this next sign. Yes, that was 13. 2 over through 13. Hole 14. This is a fun shot. Heavily wooded shot. Very short, 172 feet. Very wooded. I'm gonna throw the Recco. This is the widest, most narrow gap I've ever seen. Like, it's there. It's there, but it is daunting. Like, I'm looking at it going, that's a pretty wide gap. But then I'm going, maybe not, because it actually narrows as it gets deeper. So that's why it's daunting. I'm like, I think I can hit the first gap, but then the middle, as it goes down, it's going to be much more difficult. Got it. Perfect. A little short. I was a little nose up with it, but that was mainly because my primary goal was hit the gap. I wasn't trying to get to the basket or in the basket. I was just trying to get through the gap, which I did. So I hit my my goal Now I just got to hit the birdie. Because even if that's a 150-foot shot right down the middle, that's a 20-footer for birdie, right? Which should be at least a 70% birdie opportunity. Should be. I'm sure I can make it a lot less than that, but but yeah, I mean, I'm probably right at 20 feet. Let's get this birdie and go. Alrighty, 1 over through 14. Let's get it back. Let's go. Hole 15. This one is something. This is a par 4, and it's a true par 4. That's where you get out of the woods. Well, once you're off the tee pad, and then you get into the fields for one hole. 646 feet, par 4. I'm gonna throw the Malm. Nope. This is the Malm. And the biggest thing is just got to get it back in bounds, because let's see, there's a field here. You're throwing over the field off the tee, so you got to get it back in bounds or deep enough to get past the field. So let's see here. That should be fine. Yes, I'm back in the fairway. That's all I wanted. Now the bombers that come out here, they'll let this thing rip. I don't have that. So I just let it zip. This is a beautiful course. And the biggest thing is you got to come out here when they're open. And from my understanding, if the gates are open, the course is open. Because you got to, when you first pull into the driveway, there's a gate there. And if the gate's closed, then you know the brewery's closed, the course is closed. If the gate's open, then you can come in and play. The brewery might be closed, but the course is open if the gate's open. That's my understanding. If I'm wrong about that, please put comments down there if you know more about the course. But that's my understanding. Alrighty. Dead center fairway. I'm happy with that. What am I looking at? 334. I'm gonna throw the lots. 9.5 -1.2. Your standard kind of distance fairway driver, I guess, for AMs. Your Undertaker type disc. There it is. There it is. Yes. I was saying just get over that creek, and I did. I am happy, ecstatic with that throw. That throw felt great. And the short pad, there's 2 short pads out here now, looks like. One I'm just walking past, and then there's another one over on the right. Interesting. So maybe red, white, and blue pads. That's pretty cool. And the shortest pad is a nice one that they leveled, so it's actually flat. The middle pad looks to be like it's more just in the fairway in the hill, so it might be slightly downhill on your run up. This is a nice little gem, like hidden gem of a course. A couple of holes could use some tree maintenance. But overall, it's a great course. It really is. It's not super challenging. It's not super easy for AMs. You know, pro players will probably come out here and absolutely tear this course apart, just shred it. But if you're an AM player, you know, definitely come give it a try and just see if you like it. I think you will. All right. Can we get a birdie? Are we gonna run it? Of course we are. Oh, I hit the cage. Hopefully I didn't roll away. I got a feeling I probably rolled all the way down in the woods. That would be on brand. Or did I get lucky and stick on the one of the mounds here? Oh, yep, I did. Alrighty, so we have what should be an easy par. Alright, 1 over through 15. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe 16, 17, 18 are actually the same baskets of A, B, and C, but different tee pads. So in those practice holes were kind of super short putter shots just to get warmed up. Now we get to the actual holes with the real tee pads. I'm going the wrong way for those baskets. So hole 16 is going to come up here through this little gap in the trees here. .247-foot par 3, hole 16, throw into that hanging basket that was on hole A. Let me move the cart to this side. Might have a better view of the hole. And I gotta hit this gap. I'm gonna throw a stig, mainly just to try to give it that little bit of understability to stay straight longer. I do expect it to finish out left side woods, but I just got to get through that first, or really the second gap, the gap that's right off the tee pad for hole A. If I get through that gap, I'm happy with whatever happens after that. Got it. Missed that tree. Yes. Alrighty. That's a birdie putt. It's a long birdie putt, but it's a birdie putt. I might can get back to even. I think I have a good chance of getting back to even on one of these last 3 holes. It'll be hard to bogey, but I can do it. But I think I'll have a better chance of birdieing than bogeying. All right. Oh yeah, inside circle. We have a birdie opportunity to get back to even. Odd stance here, but we're gonna deal with it. Nope, left. And you know what? I don't know if you can see my stance. My left foot in this straddle is lower than the right because of the hill, and because of that, it missed left because I didn't adjust for it. So be aware if you are straddle putting and your feet are uneven. If you're this way, it's gonna go left. If you're this way, it's gonna go right. Just make sure you account for that, because I missed that and I went pretty far past. I was trying to drain that. This is flatter stance here. Much easier putt. That was a good opportunity that I squandered. I'm gonna try this again just to see. Here's my foot marks, here and here. So I should have went a little bit more to the right, just a little bit. Yeah, see? I put that one out to here with the basket, and it just came back in because of that unevenness, where when I went here, it went over here. So, little thing to think about when you're lining up your putt. Think about your stance. Is my body leaning one way or the other because of the stance? What is that going to do to my release point? Alrighty, hole 17, I'm still 1 over through 16. So 17, we're gonna go past B's pad and go way back here in these woods. Makes this hole very different. This turns out from being a soft hyzer, straight, really a straight putt with a hyzer finish, to a left to right turnover backhand or forehand. So it changes the hole pretty drastically. .226-foot par 3. Like I said, turnover backhand or forehand. That's a pretty big turnover too. This is not an easy shot. It's very narrow. I'm gonna throw a yarn on the forehand, and hopefully I can hit that gap and get it to crash back to the right. Got it. And I hit a... How do I hit a tree in the middle of the fairway? How do I hit a tree in the middle of the fairway? That was perfect. That was straight down the pipe. Oh, that is aggravating, but I should be able to par it. Should be an easy par. God, that's so aggravating. I mean, it was down the middle. And this overhanging, bending tree is the one I hit, the one that's hanging over the fairway. God, that was perfect. I got bamboozled. I mean, down the middle of the fairway. I mean, this is the middle. All right. And this is not an easy upshot. Got a tree, another tree right in the middle. Can I just get this to get up there and sit? Sit. Okay, nice. I think the course felt bad for me and hit that tree and stopped it. Alrighty. Going into the last hole, just like at Wellspring, can we get back to even par on the last hole? Hole 18 is going to throw to hole C's basket, but it's going to be a much longer shot. I say much, it's probably about, I don't know, 100 more feet. That was 125, this is probably 225-ish, is my guess. We'll see once we get up here. And a much different line. Oh, that's cool. This hole is sponsored by Flying Disc Clubhouse. That's cool to see, you know, courses, sponsoring other courses, especially because it's a brewery as well, Flying Disc Clubhouse. I wonder if they have the same ownership or if they're just helping each other out, which is awesome. Alrighty, 231, uphill, straight, and there's a wide open gap here up this right side, but there's trees are going to be getting in, you know, it gets very narrow once you get up there. I might throw the cacks. Cacks. Just let this rip. Or zip. Get left. Oh my gosh. How do I throw that so straight? You know what? I'm going to try one more throw. I'm going to throw the Nord. I want to see what it would have done. Hopefully on that same line. Would it have fought back instead of going straight? Nope, bad line. Watch it. All right. Cax is what it is. I missed the line with the Nord. I tried to put way too much power on it. I see that's what I was talking about. That's the problem from that other hole. Was even when, you know, what's a hole 8? I think when I threw with the power with the Cax and got it to the basket, but I got very lucky with it. That one was one where I put the power on it and did not get lucky. That's what should have happened on 8 with the Cax. So the first shot, I can't be upset with throwing a straight shot, you know what I mean? Oh, somebody left a disc back here. Alrighty. Let me find.
"20 minutes later."
Oh, got it. I found it. I did not want to lose this disc. Not after the dye job that was done on it. Oh, I'm trying not to fall and die on those logs. Alrighty, someone left their founder. Can we somehow sink this birdie putt to go to even? Get it. Oh my God. That would have been awesome. That would have been amazing, but I hit the cage. Alrighty. Another round where I finished 1 over. So, like I was saying, this is a great course, especially for amateurs. Not too hard, not too easy. It has some challenges to it. Has some fun shots. So definitely, if you're in this area near Carborough, Chapel Hill, Mebane, come down Highway 54 and it's right here off the highway. Definitely give the course a try. Highly recommend it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.